Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we are going to attempt to cook a slab of St. Louis style spare ribs on the London Sunshine 13-inch mini Kamado. Okay, so I wanted to purchase the deflector plate for the London Sunshine 13-inch Kamado. However, they're sold out. Okay, so I'm trying to improvise here. So what I did was I went on Amazon, and I bought a pizza stone. So this is a 9-10 inch pizza stone, and we also bought an extra grate, and we're going to use this to lay the pizza stone on top and then put it above the fire. So hopefully that will uh, diffuse the heat to go around the pizza stone, and we're going to put the ribs on top of the pizza stone. Now we're going to wrap the pizza stone in foil, just to make it for easier cleanup. And so let me show you how we got this set up in here. Okay, guys, so we set up our mini Kamado here as per instructions. We got a piece of paper at the bottom. We have a fire starter from Fogo underneath it also. And then we mixed in our lump charcoal with some wood chunks. And we got cherry wood chunks in here. So what we plan on doing is we plan on putting this grate here. And as you can see, two of these came for the price of one. It's kind of a concave surface, so I'm gonna turn it upside down so it kind of has like a scoop action here. And we're gonna put this here, and then my intentions are to put the foil wrapped pizza stone here. And it has sort of a quarter to 3/4 of an inch gap around the sides. So I'm hoping that the fire or the heat comes around and gives us our smoking action and prevents any direct heat to the ribs, okay? So let's go ahead and get our ribs prepped and get this wrapped in foil. All right, guys, so this is how we set up our ribs. I got them in a circle here, and they're tied up with butcher string, and they're seasoned with Weedat's sweet heat, and then they're sprinkled again with some of that frag out flavors Reaper dust, okay, to give this a little bit more heat. All right, so they've been sitting here at room temperature now for about 20 minutes or so. So we're about ready to put them on the smoker. As you can see, the smoker is puffing away. It's at 200 degrees. I'm gonna give it another 10-15 minutes, see if I can get it up to 225, 250, dial it in, and then get the ribs on the deflector plate. Okay, so hey, hang around. Hey, all right, guys, so as you saw, we got our ribs on there, and the ribs are rubbing against the top of the dome just a little bit. I attribute that to the height of the pizza stone I put in there on top of the grate, okay? So next time, maybe I'll just foil the grate itself and put some holes around the side and let it act as the deflector plate itself. All right, so we put all that room temperature meat in here. We got that stone in here, so the temperature kind of fell down to 150 degrees, so it's got to get itself back up. So I got all the vents open to try to get it back up to 200, 225, 250 degrees. And then once it gets there with all that stuff inside of it, I'll try to dial the vents down then. So, but we're gonna leave this on for 3 hours. I'm not gonna even open this up. I'm just gonna mess with the vents to affect the temperature, and we'll see what we get then. Now remember, the ribs will shrink some as they cook, so they may shrink away from the dome top, but we'll see how that works out, okay? I guess I could have trimmed the ribs also a little bit, but didn't want to lose any of that valuable rib meat. Okay, so hang around and we'll see what we get in about 3 hours. All right, guys. So as you can see, we've been holding a temperature of 240 degrees roughly for the entire time once we got it dialed in. So this little beast definitely does hold consistent temperature. All right, guys. I'm going to show you what this looks like. So these are not bad at all. Got some great pullback on the bone. And then if I temp these out, they temped out 203, 201, almost 200 degrees. I guess I went all the way through the meat on that one. Yeah, 212 degrees. And they got great pullback on here. And I guess you could sauce these if you want to, but I think they're well beyond done for almost 3 hours of cooking. So we're going to go ahead and pull these off. So let's see if we can get these off. All right, these look great. Get our Dow Strong knife out here. Cut this string. It's really tender. It's falling apart. And it's got some burn marks down here at the bottom. Now this is where the rib was against the foil, so we'll have to figure out a way to get around that. I know this is more like a test, so we'll see what we got. So go ahead and slice these bad boys up. Our Dow Strong knife. Got a nice smoke ring on these too. Nice. All right, let's have a taste test. All right, guys. So we did record the taste test yesterday. However, the lighting of the video was so dark I couldn't use it. So we're gonna talk about the cook today. All right. So how did the ribs taste? So the ribs taste really good. Okay, it had some great smoke flavor to it. It had that charcoal flavor to it. The one drawback to the ribs were the part of the ribs that were on the foil burnt and caramelized. Okay, and I think that is from the sugar content that was in the rub. Okay, we used Weedat's Sweet Heat as the base rub, and it has a lot of sugar in that, and so that sugar laying on the bottom of that rib against that foil where that heat was coming from the deflector plate burnt and caramelized and got onto the bottom of the rib. So it wasn't bad, but it is something to keep in mind next time. I think next time we just use some SPG or some type of rub or whatever that doesn't have any sugar in it. That way we won't have to worry about the sugars burning, okay? Uh, the thermometer itself, it sticks out in the lid about 2 inches, okay? And so the thermometer is what was hitting the ribs, not the dome itself. All right, so I'm going to see if maybe there's another thermometer that I can put in here with a shorter stem, because I don't think you need such a long stem in such a small cooker. But once again, I'll have to do some research on that, maybe get with London Sunshine, see if they have a replacement that has a shorter stem, what have you, or get one a secondary market to replace this one here. Another thing about the thermometer is that I'm kind of questioning the accuracy of it. I was able to dial this in at 240 degrees and it maintained 240 degrees for most of the entire cook, all right? However, the ribs cooked in a little less than 3 hours. It was probably 2 hours and 50 minutes and the ribs were done. They had reached an internal temperature of 212 degrees. They had plenty of bone pullback. And so I'm almost under the impression that they cooked hot and fast in here instead of low and slow, and that the temperature in the dome was much higher than 240 degrees. I may do some video testing on this to see if the thermometer in this is as accurate as it says, or if it's off by several degrees. All right, and well, that's about it. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, I love this little cooker though, man. Next thing we're gonna cook on here is gonna be probably a whole chicken, to see how that works out. All right, but if you guys are interested in getting one of these, I know London Sunshine had them on sale for $229. I'm not sure if the sale is still going on. But if you use this code Bad Beast Barbecue, you'll get an additional 15% off, whether it's on the sale price or whether it's on the regular price. Okay, I'm hoping that they get some more of the actual heat deflector plates that goes in this 13-inch Kamado back in stock so that I can get one, because I definitely would love to do that. Until then, we'll keep improvising with the pizza stone to try to get some low and slow action on this bad little boy here. Hey, if you guys are interested, hey, I'm looking to name my little orange buddy here. So if you guys want to make some suggestions on the name of the little orange beast here, then I'll take a look at what you guys suggest, and in about a week or so, maybe I'll give a free giveaway to whoever's name that I decide to adopt for the little one here. Okay, so well, that's about it. Hey, if you guys are interested in some Bad Beast Barbecue merchandise, hey, check out badbeastbarbecue.com. And that's about it. So, hey, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Hey, as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker.